Krishna to Arjuna. For our understanding, chapters have been made by probably Vyasa Maharshi. We have completed that greatest chapter, the highest of all mantras, Vishwarupa Darshana Yoga. There Krishna said, Bhaktya tvanannaya labhya ahameva midorjuna jnatum drashtuncha tattvena praveshtuncha parantapa. Krishna assured those who read Bhagavad Gita, you can also know me, understand me, and merge in me when your cycle of birth and death is over. So, as he used the term bhakti, it became a necessity for Krishna to speak about bhakti. So, the 12th chapter, the smallest chapter in Bhagavad Gita, speaks what bhakti is. Krishna tells Arjuna and to us, what ought we to do to be his dearest disciples? Arjuna asks a beautiful question. There are two kinds of people, even when they were there. Some people worship you in form of Krishna, Rama, Shiva, and so on. And some people believe, some great seers believe, that you entire universe is your expression itself. And they go on working for the betterment of the society which they are in. Of the two types of devotees, which one is better? One of the greatest questions of philosophy is asked by Arjuna. If there is a creator, has he got a form as we have got? Or he is only just cosmic consciousness goes on doing his job without form? So that question when asked to Arjuna, Krishna wonderfully answers the question of Arjuna. Whoever worships me in form continuously with Shraddha, he is great. And I consider him a great man. I consider him a yukta. He will also come to me, that's what he said. We have a question. Can we worship in form? Because we know in Bhagavata, Rama left his body, Krishna left his body, and so on. Are they still there? Yes. If cosmic consciousness is all powerful, he can appear to you in any form you like, and you have a right to worship in any form of your desire. Rama, Krishna, Shiva, and so on. So he said he is a great man who worships me in form. Continuing, he has to answer the other question. Some people live only for the good of all. Sarvabhuta hite rataha. They work for the benefit of society, benefit of the mankind. They consider every part of the creation is an expression of that cosmic consciousness. So, those people who believe in formlessness of a God in some form work for Sarvabhuta hite rataha. But Krishna says, they also come to me. They prapnuvanti mameva. They also come to me. So he equates the worship with form, worship without form. And then, what is the difficulty in these two forms? It is easier to worship God in some form because we ourselves have form, a body, a different shape other than different from all other creation, part of creation. It is difficult for us to think of that cosmic consciousness without a form. And there is more difficulty for those people who do not have a concept of God. Kleshodika Tarastesha, Krishna says, they have greater difficulty in concentrating on God being exhibiting himself in the form of universe than a man who thinks of a beautiful picture of God in front of him. Because we have got body, that is difficult for us to think of bodiless cosmic consciousness everywhere. A beautiful answer he gives. And then he continues, whoever offers all that he has done continuously remembers Krishna, worships him. He says, I will lift him from the Mritya Samsara Sagara. We all know the concept of our spirituality is that we will be born and reborn until we get liberation. Krishna promises that he will lift a devotee from Mritya Samsara Sagara, from the cycle of birth and death, at the earliest. The man who offers all that he does to that cosmic consciousness and a devotee, he had said this earlier also to us. In 6th chapter he told, Etu sarvani karmani mai sanyasya matparaha ananyeneva yogena mam dhyayanta upasate teshamaham samuddarta mritya samsara sagara. That is what he is saying here. Yomam pashyati sarvatra sarvancha mai pashyati. That is what he had told earlier. And he also told, Ananyas chintayanto mamna, in 22 he told, I will look after him. He gives the same promise to his disciple Krishna and to all listeners of Bhagavad Gita in shloka number 6 and 7 of chapter 12. Krishna realizes as a great teacher, is it easy to concentrate on him and work for him? As we have seen in our lives, it's not that easy. So he must also tell the way of doing it. And in next a few shlokas, Krishna tells us what we ought to do to be his devotees. He says, continuously you have the mind on me, you surrender your intellect to me. If you can do this, you will be in me alone. You will come to me, you will be in me, he said. And he knows it may not be possible for all. If you are not able to do that, ata chittam samadhatum nashaknosi maistiram. Continuously, if you cannot concentrate on the existence of God whenever you do anything on earth, he says, Abhyasa yogena tato mamepchaptum dhananjaya. Do constant practice. We all know practice makes a man perfect. So his Abhyasa yoga is the second thing that he suggests. Thinking of him, liking to get merged into that cosmic consciousness, he suggests Abhyasa yoga. Even if that is not possible, you do all activities of yours and offer them to me. Madartamapi karmani kurum siddhi mavapsisi. Doing all action for my sake, you will get siddhi. Siddhi is the God realization or self realization, whatever the highest that our spirituality has given to us. So the next one is Madartamapi karmani kurum. Do all activities for my sake. Whatever we do, ultimately it is offer it to him. For his sake you do it. That is another method Krishna suggests to Arjuna and to us. Even if that is not possible, then he says, Sarva karma palatyagaha is the next step. As he had said in 47th sloka of second chapter, Karmanyevadikaraste mahapaleshu kadachana. Exactly he repeats, Sarva karma palatyaga yatata kuru yatatman. As much as possible, you renounce all that you have done and offer them to me. That way also you can get to me. So all are of the same, not the same standard. Everyone needs a different way. So Krishna suggests these ways. And he says the hierarchy of sadhana in the next one. Jnana is better than abhyasa. Dhyana is better than jnana. Better than jnana is dhyana. Better than dhyana is karma palatyaga. When you do the karma palatyaga, you will have the absolute peace of mind. Tyagat shantiranantaram. So he says dhyana is better than jnana. We have to take it with a different meaning. Because he said in the earlier chapter, jnana is the ultimate thing that we are to reach. Here jnana is just theoretical knowledge. Better is the dhyana, dhyanat karma palatyagaha. Tyagat shantirantam. When you do that sacrifice of leaving everything that you have done to him, it will give you peace of mind. And then, how will that man be who is a perfect devotee of that cosmic consciousness or Krishna? He explains once again, Adveshta sarvabhutanam maitra karuna evacha. This devotee of mine has no hatred for anybody for that matter. He is a friend of all. And he is compassionate to everyone. He doesn't have an ego that I am the doer. He just feels God has made me do whatever he is doing. Nirmamo nirahankara. He hasn't got mamakara or ahankara. He will be taking sukha dukkha equally. That man is really a God-realized or self-realized man. And then he goes on saying, what kind of devotee is dear to him? Santushta satatam yogi. Unless we are satisfied with what we have now and today, we will never be peaceful in our lives, in the rest of the life. That man is a santushta. Atmanaiva atmana tushta. That is what he had said in Sthita Prajna Lakshana Shloka. And he is determined that he is doing the work for the sake of God. Mayarpita manobuddhi, he says. Those devotees have dedicated their manasu and buddhi to that man. Manas and Buddhi to cosmic consciousness is very dear to me. This man is not disliked by anybody on earth, nor he dislikes anybody else. He takes equally happiness and sorrow, and Bhaya and Abhaya. He considers everything that happens to him is the prasad of that cosmic consciousness. That man is dear to me. Continuing, he says, he hasn't got any desire at all, fully satisfied with what he has now, and looks as a lazy man. Udasinaha gatavyata. He has no um, sorrows left in him. Gatavyata. He does every work by himself to the best of his ability and offers it to cosmic consciousness or God. That man, he says, is dear to me. And continuing, same feeling he says in the next shloka, he doesn't feel overjoyed when he receives something, nor hate something that bad happens to him. The greatest quality of this man is na shochati na kankshati, doesn't feel sad nor desire anything. He does all work and just sacrifices it, offers it to God. That man is dear to me, Krishna says. Continuing the same trend, this Atmajnani, or the dear devotee of God Krishna, is equal with Shatrus and Mitras, praise and insults, cold and heat, Sukha and Dukkha. He is totally detached man. That man is dear to me. Continuing, if you praise him, he is the same. If you blame him, he keeps the same. Doesn't change at all. Tulya nindastutir mauni. Silent he is, never speaks unnecessarily. And the best quality of this man is santushto yena kenachit. Whatever he has, he is absolutely happy with. Aniketaha, he is speaking about the great saints of our country, a homeless man, because entire Swadesho Bonatrayam, that is what we say to a sannyasi. Aniketaha Stiramatihi. He is having a perfect mati, buddhi. That man is dear to me. That man is dear to me. And ultimately, Krishna says to Arjuna and to us, whoever listens to these different steps of having devotion with God, try to practice it to their best of their ability with Shraddha, having mind in God, is the dearest to me, he says. So anybody can become the dearest of this God with these qualities. So with this quality of devotees which he likes, or whom he blesses, which he gives us, the chapter 12 comes to an end.